Around the world today, humanity is suffering on an enormous scale. 1 billion people live with physical sickness and chronic pain. 300 million experience depression. 280 million struggle with anxiety. 700 million live in extreme poverty, and more than 800 million face severe malnutrition. Many health practitioners and healers worldwide dedicate their lives to helping humanity. World-renowned healer and MD in China, Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha is one of them. Master Sha is also a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine in China and Canada, a Tao Grandmaster, and has created thousands of healing miracles and trained thousands of practitioners all over the world. Master Sha has launched the Tao Soul Light Herbs program to bring healing and transformation to every person who is suffering, offering a field of Tao light to support balance, harmony, and well-being for all. These are not physical herbs, they are invisible spiritual light transmissions. And when we say Tao, it is not religion, it represents the creator and source of everyone and everything. This healing is open to everyone from all walks of life and belief systems. And already countless heart-touching stories of transformation have begun to emerge. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Alexia Cito, your host for Tao Soul Light Herbs. On this show, we will be sharing these stories to bring hope, inspiration, and possibility to the billions who are suffering. Welcome, and let's meet today's special guest, Ronaye. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
We are very excited to meet you and just hear a little bit about yourself and also what brought you here today.
My name is Ronaye, as you said, and I am from the west coast of Canada, and I'm a writer and a musician. What brought me here today was a diagnosis, actually, a long-term one, mental health of complex PTSD. And for me, that shows up in very big ways, including depression, anxiety, and OCD.
And how have the Tao Light Herbs supported you?
Everything changed within a few hours. I used to be too embarrassed to talk about this, but one of the ways OCD shows up for me is that I really don't throw things away. And as you can imagine, that accumulates a lot of stuff and a lot of chaos. What happened is I spontaneously went into my room and dove in and started tackling this accumulation that has been around for a long time, and it's been growing. So I opened up boxes, I could process it, I could remain very calm, very peaceful, very methodical, very quick. And it went on for hours. I had literally bought 2 boxes, not 1 box, but 2 boxes of black garbage bags, which it turned out I would need. Wow. And I'm still continuing to create space. And what I'm realizing, it's space in my room, it's space inside me, and huge new space in my life.
And so for anyone watching, who is not familiar with Tao Soul Light Herbs are not physical herbs. They are spiritual herbs. They come from this source garden, this invisible light transmission that Dr. and Master Sha transmits to the participants each and every day for their request, for an aspect of their life. And we receive it, and that frequency, that vibration, that light comes into the field to transform and uplift and bring healing. So there's a lot to unpack here because the depression, the OCD, the PTSD, the impact on daily life of having a symptom like not feeling comfortable to throw things out or having so much. And also share with us, have you seen doctors? Do you have diagnoses?
Most people didn't realize, and I didn't used to realize, is a complex diagnosis, because it has many layers and many facets, has impacted every area of my life. So I did see doctors. I actually saw several psychologists, and I did see a psychiatrist. They are covered by the system in Canada. They also prescribe medication, which I am still on.
How long did you have this accumulation of stuff that you hadn't thrown out, and what was the impact of that?
Decades.
Decades.
Yes. A lot of it started when my mother died when I was in my young 20s. I had way too much shame. I really couldn't talk about this. People joke about hoarding, or decluttering, but this is so much more than that. It's about not ever letting go of pain, not really processing it, not really being able to let it go. And of course, it shows up outside of us.
And was there an impact to that in your day-to-day life?
The impact was visual. The impact was energetic. If you believe in quantum physics, you know everything ascension. Like, it had a presence, and I resented it. And I felt the weight of the past. And I wanted to move cities, but I couldn't imagine lugging all that again. It weighs a person down in ways I can't even fully explain. It's like part of you is not really alive. It's like part of you is still is locked away. What I called it later with a fair amount of humor was this was my archaeological dig. And I just made such peace with it, Alexia. And it was herbs.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Who knew? So for you, when you received the Tao Soul Light Herbs, what was the request?
For mental health. But I said actually for heart, because I remembered Dr. and Master Shah's teaching that the mind, mental health, it's stored in the heart. And we see things online with, meditations, connect your mind and heart. And I really didn't fully appreciate that significance until I was grateful for Master Shah's teachings.
Through this experience, you received the Tao Soul Light Herbs. Was it that day or?
It was within about an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Wow.
I just thought, I'm just going to stroll in here and, I'll pick up a bar. I have a few bags. I don't think I told you that I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. I mean, it's been years, but the more recent chapter was I had unfolded and unpacked these boxes. So there was really nowhere to walk through my room. My life in 2 hours has changed.
And so after receiving and after those 2 hours in that day, has this sustained, and how has the impact been in your life since?
You know what? I feel like bursting into tears because it's been so momentous, Alexia. I literally feel 500 pounds lighter. I have been slowly shedding weight again, so I'm getting closer to being in the shape that I want, that I was in my 20s and 30s. But I haven't put the weight back on. So, and I have more energy, but I think I have hope because it's like I've set myself free. Thank you to Tao Soul Light Herbs.
What do you see as a significance for humanity, for the world, for having a modality such as Tao Soul Light Herbs available?
Every area of the planet, almost without exception, is experiencing trauma. Everyone has had loss. Everyone has had grief. And now it's reaching epic proportions. I had to wait months and months to get in to see a psychiatrist. Most people do. And doctors, there's no waiting list. It's just instant. And it's very, very affordable. It's hard to believe that these results are available for such a minimal cost. I can see people watching and saying, this has got to be too good to be true. Maybe that's why we're doing testimonies, because it's working. That's all I can say for me. It's my story, and it's completely shifted because I don't feel trapped in my mind, in my past, in my pain, in my boxes. I have more freedom on every level.
Hearing you share and feeling the energy, releasing those chains that are holding us down, and actually allowing for that freedom and that releasing, so I would like to congratulate you and also thank you for sharing your Tao Soul Light Herb story. There are many people around the world who suffer with OCD, with PTSD, with depression.
It's an epidemic.
Yes, absolutely. And your story today has the ability to really inspire people and bring them hope. So thank you.
Thank you, Alexia.
And as Master Shah always teaches, the results are his report card, and they continue to speak powerfully for themselves. So thank you for all being here, and may Ronaye's story today uplift you, inspire you, and open your heart to what is possible with Tao Soul Light Herbs. Thank you so much for joining us today. Each story we share shows us the incredible possibilities that open when we connect with the Tao source light and the healing power within ourselves. As Master Sha always says, I have the power to heal myself. You have the power to heal yourself. Together, we have the power to heal the world. To experience Tao Soul Light Herbs for yourself, visit taosoullightherbs.drsha.com and register now. We invite you to stay connected and continue this journey of transformation with us. See you next time.